Hi Vogue, it's Angelina, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through my go-to skincare and also my go-to going out look. First things first, I need to wash my face, and I use the Sara Hydrating Cleanser. I also hate it when my hair is like going on my face, so I always use a headband to keep all the baby hairs back. Like this, one pump actually. While it's there, I like to use this tool here. So I just start it here around my nose area and I glide it outwards. There's this woman in Australia that I see, and she kind of told me about the lymphatic drainage and how to do it correctly, because in the mornings when you wake up, like your face can become quite puffy. I really like to get in my nose because I always feel like I have fluid here and on my eyelids as well. I love the Environ range, and I start with the moisturizing toner and just put it all on my face and neck. It's really important to carry your skincare down to your neck and also your hands, because you want everything to be aging at the same rate on your body, so don't forget that. And now I can take my bunny ears off. Okay, I like to let that dry a little bit, so I just... La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo Plus M. I have hormonal acne sometimes, so I get a bit of scarring. So I like to put this on the sides of my face just to help calm the redness and also the scarring. It's tough when there's a lot of makeup put on your skin and everyone uses different things. It's a little bit hard. You just gotta really rely on your skincare and have a good routine, and this works for me. When I was younger, I had quite good skin. I do still have quite good skin, I would say. Have a few breakouts here or there before my period. But as I've just been modeling more and everyone's using different things, as I said, I feel like my skin reacts, and also I have eczema on my eyelids and on my scalp. So I really have to make sure I'm double cleansing after shoots and after I get makeup, just to really cleanse everything. The next thing I use is this caffeine eye cream by the Inkey List. My moisturizer on, I do 2 pumps. I was born in Australia, and I'm actually the first Australian in my family. My mom is from Brazil, she's from Rio, and my dad is from New Zealand. I've kind of been going to Brazil for holidays, trying to go every year, and I like pretty much every Australian that I live in London. It's kind of like the rite of passage. It's have you been to Bali and are you moving to London? That's kind of what everyone says if you're Australian. Every winter I reconsider my choices and I'm like, what am I doing here? And then summer comes around and I figure out, okay, I'm actually quite obsessed with it. I like to put these eye patches on just for about 15 minutes. In Brazil, they're quite particular about their skincare and their hair care. So my mom has always been drilling into me hydration, 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 hydration. Guys, while I wait, I'm really craving a matcha. I'm obsessed with matcha like every other person, so I'm gonna ask, can we please get a matcha? My mom never let me have coffee. Even though in Brazil, everyone does have coffee, she was like, I don't want you to have coffee at a young age. I don't want you to be those teenagers that are at school drinking all these coffees. So I just don't have that. The taste isn't quite for me. Let's get this off. And I also like to dab the product into my under eyes. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. So I just do 2 pumps of my sunscreen. It is time to start the makeup. I like to start by using the Claw de Lys, the Grape Mist. I have only just started getting into makeup since being introduced to it in this world, and I like kind of something that's glowy and not too heavy on my eyes. I think that with my features, it gets more complemented with lighter looks. Guys, matcha's here, so I have to. Got my matcha so we can continue on. This is my tried and true. I actually am gonna butcher this so bad because I can't speak French. The Les Beiges Touche Teint. So with this, it just evens out my tones, really. It's quite light, so you'll still be able to see your skin, because I love it when your skin still looks like skin. And make sure, because I have been on the back of this where I haven't blended down from when I was 16, and then I took photos with my friends and my face looked crazy compared to the rest of my body. So always make sure you blend down your neck as well. and up into your hairline. My next step is the Touche Éclat. I love this because it's quite buildable. I like to put it under my eyes. I'm gonna tell you guys while I do this and blend this in a little bit about how I got into modeling. My mother agent, Simone Helliker, she requested me on Instagram and I was just 16 years old. I had a private account. I didn't really let strangers into my account, but I was like, why not? Because I guess my ego was just being fed and I was like, oh my gosh, does she think I am pretty? And I got this message and I kind of didn't believe it because, you know, you always get these Instagram like scams that are like, hey babes, like be part of our like jewelry brand or be part of blah, blah, blah. So I was like, this is a scam. So I was like, there's no way I'm replying to this woman. I also use this to cover up any spots I have. So I have a few scars here that I'm just gonna cover up. She got an intern to message me just saying like, oh, check it out. So then I was like, okay, maybe I should check it out because like, who knows what will happen. And I never thought of being a model. Like I was in year 10 at this point and I wanted to be a GP. And then I kind of like went through a really awkward phase, which I think everyone has to go through to build like the character, because I had like really crazy teeth. I had to get like 4 teeth removed. I had an expander, so I had a crazy gap and it was like shark. Like I had 3 levels. Let's set this with some powder. I used the Laura Mercier one. I have like pretty big cheeks. Like, I don't know, I think they're quite cute, but I also like a snatched moment every now and then, especially when I'm like going out. So I like to just go like this. So while that's setting, I can show you guys the picture. Thankfully, braces exist, but it was like 3 layers. But me and my mom like watched Victoria's Secret and we watched America's Next Top Model when I was like 13 and I was like, that is really cool. But it's kind of like when people want to like act or be a professional singer, it's a dream. I didn't think it was very realistic for me to be a model. And I finally gave in and I was like, hey, I'm willing to give this a shot, but like school's my priority right now. And also I don't need to be doing this to fulfill anything. So if it goes well, goes well. But if it doesn't, I'm happy to just like continue doing uni and continue doing school. And then basically I just started working in Australia and I was there for like 1.5 years and it started going really well, which is, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me because I never really expected it to go to the magnitude that it kind of did. My agency over here messaged my mother agent saying like, oh, we'd love to see her to do the show circuit. And then in 2023, I finally debuted with Kate. And it just has kind of like exploded since then. We're gonna start my eyes, which I think is the most important thing, the NARS contour. And I like to put this inside the crease of my eye to just like add a little like oomph like this and put it on the inside. I also like to drag it up a little to create kind of like this cat eye, but it's very, very subtle. When I did my first runway show, I was so nervous, guys, because I was closing the show and it was a very slow walk and there was like 40 or like 45 models. So I was just waiting there in the back with my look. I was like sweating as well. I'm a huge nervous sweater. Like I considered doing Botox in my armpits because I am a big nervous sweater. Luckily though, Awa was like next to me in the lineup and she's super sweet and she was like, it's fine, don't worry, like you've got this. I know some models just like they're just like tunnel vision, they like black out. But for me, I'm like, serve. Like you need to be giving face, like make sure you are like locking into the camera and like serving face as much as you can. Kind of like smize a little. I think the smize really works for me personally. So I'm just like, oh, I can't stop. I like cringe myself out doing that. They actually gave us this backstage and I love it. It's this Hermes, Ombre de Hermes. Guys, I can't say that. I use this one here. So I like to put this on my eyelids and as you can see, it's like super metallic and shiny. I use this Chanel, Les Symbols de Chanel. It's an illuminator that I put on my eyes. I feel like in this industry, it's quite easy to get caught up in it all because you're obviously working with all these amazing people and it can be quite a glamorous lifestyle. So I think it's really important to stay grounded. I stay grounded through kind of connecting with people and also like connecting with my roots. Like I speak to my mom pretty much every day and I talk to my family a lot. And I think it's really important to kind of remember where you came from. I have the best support system. Like even my agents help keep me really grounded and keep me like, don't let my head get too big because it's very very like easy to get carried away, as I said. This is miracle. Like this is the best thing ever. The transparent balm essential Chanel stick. I love to put this on my eyelids, and I also put this on like my cheekbones for highlighting effect and just to really like lock in on that glowy look. I feel like no one really talks about what I think is the hardest part about modeling. And that's honestly just being away from your friends and family. Like I know that a few girls are really lucky where they're able to live where they grew up and where they were born because they are European. I can't live in Australia because it's just too far away with work. I honestly think that's the biggest challenge for me. I've really found that it's like allowed me to like hone in on my people meeting skills and like also like connecting with everyone. My brows are a bit of a hot topic because I do not pluck my eyebrows. This is when I was in school. Look at my eyebrows. They're the exact same. I don't even know what brand this is. I just got it from like a pharmacy. And honestly, it's really good. When I also came here, because I was underage still, I had to have a chaperone. So I got my grandma to come with me. Also, my grandma's in amazing shape. Her name is Nanny Chizio, but everyone calls her Nanny Chiz. And like she refuses to be called grandma because she's just like hip like that. But she took me around New York as my chaperone, and it was honestly just so fun to have someone there. We would like walk around and we were like discovering everything together and like going and like researching where to eat and all this stuff, and my agents were taking us on like really nice spots in New York, and that was just so much fun. I also used the Kosas, the eyebrow gel, to just like pack them up. Shout out to Nanny Chiz. I love you. Thank you for coming over here, because without a chaperone, I would not have been here. My friend got me onto the telescopic L'Oreal mascara, and I have eyelashes that go down to the floor. Like my eyelashes are actually like, whoop. So I got a lash lift, and it's honestly changed my life. I keep on like going on my TV jokes because I'm like excited, so I need it. Hey guys, the next step. My favorite part of makeup ever is like contour and bronzer. My friend actually got me into using the Bobbi Brown. I use the foundation stick in warm walnut. So I look at the highest point on my face, on my cheeks, and I like to put it just under that because you can put it over that, but I like to look a little more like chiseled. Okay, next thing, because I like to double down, is I use the NARS concealer that I used on my eyelids on my cheeks as well. Oh, that was a lot, so just dab that on there. So I use this Laura Mercier blush. I like to put it like on top of my cheeks, like little titty. This is the Victoria Beckham Eyewear Oyster, finally something I can say, eyeshadow stick. I put this in my inner corner, and it's like a silver eyeshadow stick, and it just like gives a pop. Don't be shy, like it just adds to that glow. I'm addicted to lip liner now. So I use the Lip MAC pencil, and I use the color Whirl. I don't like to overline my lips. I like to just like enhance the color. This is what I actually do day to day, is I use the Burt's Bees Pomegranate Lip Balm on top of this, and I think it's the perfect mix. Okay, I also like to put this on my cheekbones, and then also on the arch of my eyebrow to give it a little pop. I use this setting spray. It is Charlotte Tilbury. Fragrance is a hugely important part of my routine, and I use the Narciso fragrance, and then one on my this is the final look. I love it. As I said, it's my go-to. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye Vogue, love you guys.